Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing your weekly psychic tarot reading, tuning into the week's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Crosswatchers, welcome. All right, Sagittarius, in the past we have the Emperor in reverse. This is someone very controlling, a bad leader, bad boss. This person controls the people in their environment with punishment. It looks like in the past you lost interest in this. This is someone you were in a relationship with. Ooh, boy. It looks like your feelings for this person, because of their need to control you, control the relationship. You lost your loving feelings. It feels like this relationship devolved from what was once love to control. So it feels like coping strategies and fear and power plays took over. This person you were in connection with was so focused on not being abandoned, not being rejected, and needing to control even how they're seen. It doesn't feel like you're allowed to see this person. So this person needs to create a dissociative state around them and to be close. I don't feel like you can really get close to this person, but to be in proximity with this person, you have to agree with their worldview. They're controlling the environment, and it's real. It creates an environment that's very dissociative, that's not in connection. You can't be in alignment with your higher self and be in this connection. I do think that when you entered this relationship, you thought this was your happily ever after. I'm also getting that to stay in this relationship, it feels like you had to disconnect from your support system, disconnect from your family, friends. It feels like this person made it impossible for, they're really controlling everyone in the environment very subtly, steering you to center them and center their desires, their wants, their needs. So it feels like you gave everything. You gave yourself to this connection. All right, Sagittarius, in present energy, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm tuning in. This feels like someone it does feel like a feminine energy. I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about energies here. And it feels like whoever this is, they utilize their attractiveness, their passionate exercises to attract people, to hold on, to manipulate people as well. It looks like I get this feeling that you've invested a lot of time into this type of behavior. So either you have used your attractiveness to there's a need to look at like wanting to be needed, wanting so much for someone to obsess over you, need you, want you, because then you feel like you will be taken care of. Or you could be, this is flip-flopping both ways depending on who's watching, or you have given a lot of your time and energy away to this type of energy, obsessed with someone, because of the attraction, needing so much for them to give some of their energy to you. Feels like nobody wins in these type of connections. Interesting. Someone's taking moves. Someone's, this is so very much feels like your energy here with the King of Wands. And the way it's depicted with the vice versa tarot deck, it feels like there's a snake in the background. It feels like you're turning to mystical magic, healing, seeing things that maybe you weren't willing to see before. It feels like it's really difficult to walk away from this connection. It's difficult to walk away from something, a connection where there once was love, because it feels like you might have stayed in past the expiration date, and it's real. It might be a personal issue with you as well, walking away from what no longer serves you. Something about this relationship, it's like a double-edged sword. It gives you the sense of stability, but it's not. It's actually the source of your instability. There's it feels like trauma bonds and unhealed wounds. The difficulty is that you would have to see yourself in a whole different way to you'd have to reinvent yourself, because you've spent so much time as whatever your ego is, whatever your personality is, whatever you've built some type of image, some type of way of seeing yourself. You thought your life was going to go a certain way, and so it's really hard to be like, oh, okay, if this is ending or it's ended, what do I do? How do I it feels like, who do I be? Who am I outside of this connection? That's what it is. Feels like so wrapped up, and that was kind of the purpose of this connection, and the way it ran was getting rid of everyone and everything that centers you and centering someone else. Yeah, that you're at a crossroads. You're making some big decisions here. Who do I want to be going forward? Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here. I can feel I just want to say that in this type of energy, if this reading is resonating with you, there's a lot of fertile soil for new growth. When something burns down, the soil is ripe for what it is that you want going forward. All right, Sagittarius. What's hidden is the Three of Swords. Ooh, in reverse. Coming out of heartbreak. What's hidden is coming out of heartbreak. Oh, okay. What's hidden is it feels from where you might be at now. For a lot of you, it's so much in your woundedness and so much trying to figure out what the heck happened in the past, and so much in the betrayal that it's hard to see anything else, experience anything else, because it feels like you have to be in this connection in the past. You had to disassociate with reality, and now it's a kind of a brutal awakening, realizing who this person really is and who that makes you. Who that makes you as the one who stayed in and accepted this type of behavior, and realizing that you don't have to do that anymore. It looks like this person in this connection, I think I'm getting, like, not to make it about the person in the past, but making it about you, centering you. Even in this reading, you became more loyal to this person than to your soul. What's hidden is that you are, wow, you're on this trajectory of healing from this heartbreak and moving towards an inner strength like you've never seen before. It feels like why you might have gone into this relationship in the past was because this person was able to prey on your insecurities and lack of confidence and whittle you down, and over time, and now you are on the other side. Wow. And you're healing. It feels like you're disconnecting from anything that no longer serves you, stepping into your divine, healed, feminine energy, realizing that this season that you've been through, a very difficult season, it's time to recover. Feels like there's exhaustion that you've had to go through by living in so much discord, disharmony, not aligned with your truth, but aligned with someone else. You're going to heal from this, and you're going to, it feels like what helps you heal is seeing the deception, not just the deception that this person, all the deception that they wove, that they, just how they work, but the deception, how you deceived yourself by staying in this type of connection. So it's not that you have to learn how to trust others, it's that you're learning how to trust yourself going forward. And kind of, it feels like I'm not going to do that to me again, and then get to that spot. Very beautiful. All right, Sagittarius, the advice this week is Seven of Wands in reverse. Giving up, giving in, letting your guard down. What is this? What are the most important messages Sagittarius needs to hear? Okay, so it looks like you're healing enmeshment, trauma bonding. You let your guard down. It's like you let all your energy down, and you let people in. this type of enmeshment trauma, it feels like you weren't allowed to have your own healthy boundaries growing up. You weren't an individual. You weren't a person. You belonged to your parents. That energy of you belong to me. You're an extension of me, so I get to decide. I get to control you. It feels very punishing. And not celebrating the individual, not caring for emotions. It feels like a very wounded way of growing up, of not being allowed to have your own ideas, your own beliefs, your own emotions. That's it. You weren't allowed to also have emotions. So you had emotionally immature parents who made you feel bad if you had bad emotions. If you behaved like a human, you were bad, because they're trying to control your behavior. They weren't, I'm getting that this is how they were raised. They didn't know any better. But it looks like what you're healing is you're finding your boundaries. The advice is to find your boundaries, to heal those wounds, to understand how to appreciate your emotions, to sit with your emotions. There's been a lot of injustice, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for success. There's been a lack of passion, a lack of, you might be exhausted where you are right now, but I'm seeing that everything that you've gone through is to help you heal from that emperor, father wound, controlling energy. It looks like why you've gone through this as a soul is because you want to be a real leader. You want to lead yourself through this and out the other side and on to something so completely different than this experience. However, now you understand in relationships and interpersonal relationships in life how not to be a leader. It looks like you're deciding, I don't want to be like that, so I don't want to be controlling. How can I heal? How can I be a heart-centered leader? How can I move forward in truth? It feels like by moving forward in truth, you're keeping yourself safe. I mean, you are safe as a being of light. You are an eternal being of light. This experience here on earth is for exploration, for enjoyment, for learning, for a new experience instead of being 5D or different dimensions that you're getting to experience something finite. It has an ending. It has a beginning and an ending, and so it makes it more precious, more valuable. You get to decide how you want to, where you want to go from here. It's a very powerful, empowering position to be in. So, all right, Sagittarius, I hope that's helpful. Take care. Bye.